also afraid that if Israel receives no support, this is a lost conflict, a lost confrontation for Israel at this moment. Also, an advisor to the commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps expressed Iran's readiness for an all-out protracted battle against the Israeli regime, saying the Islamic Republic will employ a series of modern weaponry if necessary. Speaking to Tasnim, Brigadier General also Ahmad Bahidi also said that Iran is fully prepared for a full-blown and lengthy fight against the Israeli aggressor. Iran will soon unveil its new innovations, he stated, adding that Tehran has considered all possibilities and braced itself for all war conditions. The general ridiculed the notion of a decline in the missile reserves of Iran, saying the country has not strategically employed its missiles power so far. So this is just the beginning, according to Iranian authorities. There is going to be a powerful response, a powerful retaliatory actions that, for the moment, in a conflict that has no end in sight for the upcoming days, and it could be a matter of, for example, the United States deciding not to interfere in this conflict and urge for a real diplomatic solution, which has happened the opposite, because the United States president is actually asking and almost like putting an ultimatum once more on Iranian authorities to stop all the retaliatory actions against Israel. This is the panorama at this moment. This is the moment, the exact moment in which retaliatory missiles fell upon Tel Aviv and other cities of Israel in a conflict that started because Israel launched a war against the people of Iran under the old narrative that Iran poses a grave threat to Israel. However, Iran hasn't started any war so far in the region and against any country, which means that Iran really is not a threat to any government, to any country of the region, and to any country of the world. However, we cannot say the same about Netanyahu and about Israel, because we have been seeing for over a year and a half, almost 2 years already, of a constant and brutal genocide against the people of Palestine. Also, Benjamin Netanyahu released photos of how one of the main commanders of the Iranian armed forces was eliminated, and he showed a picture of the building in which the authorities were sleeping, and how the Israeli authorities managed to target the precise story of the building in which the Iranian authority was sleeping at. And also this raises questions: how is it possible that Israel performs these surgically attacks and it's not happening the same in Palestine, as we have been seeing that the main victims of this war, of this genocidal action against the people of Palestine, are civilians, are women, are children, elderly people, whole neighborhoods being blown by the constant Israeli shellings that also hasn't stopped ever since this new conflict imposed by Israel started 5 days ago, and counting. The genocide against the people of Palestine is ongoing, and this perhaps is an attempt by Israel of diverting the attention from its genocidal operation in Palestine. Also an attempt perhaps to invisibilize the genocidal actions in Palestine and its devastating consequences. Recently today there was a massive shelling performed by Israeli occupation forces amid a crowd that in Palestine that was trying to receive so very much needed aid in the Gaza Strip in Khan Yunis, and this is what is happening in the Middle East at this moment. This is the reality that is facing the people of the Middle East, and it has so heavy consequences against the people, because it also impacts its psychological, it has also psychological effects for the people of the region, and also for the both countries in conflict and in a war that it was prompted with the sole objective of showing power. This is a war of power that could have devastating consequences for the people of the Middle East, and is all that is been going on at this moment. So we are seeing live images, and also we are contrasting them with this is live images at this moment, that the retaliatory actions continue on their way from Iran. Retaliatory missiles launched from Iran towards Tel Aviv. At this hour, we can see also the IDF trying to destroy and to intercept the missiles being launched from Iran, retaliatory missiles being launched from Iran. We have been seeing as well how some interception missiles launched from Israel towards the missiles from Iran have been having failures, and also on their way to try to intercept the missiles, they have been falling towards the main capital, Tel Aviv, at this moment. Also, according to Israeli media, fires break out at multiple sites in southern and central occupied Palestine due to the falling debris from intercepting missiles as well. Also, there are fires erupting in the Hasharon area in central occupied Palestine as well, following the fall of missile debris from the recent Iranian strikes. A new wave of Iranian missiles were detected and are on their way. This would be the 11th wave of Iranian missiles that ever since the conflict kicked off in the region. There also are sirens being sounded in central occupied Palestine as well. Also, the sky over central occupied Palestine looks exactly like this one we are seeing. There are military actions, retaliatory actions, and missiles falling on the night sky of Palestinian occupied territories as well. Also, Iranian missiles were seen and spotted in the central and center of Israel as well, and falling upon Tel Aviv in the capital of Israel as well. Also these missiles that were launched from Iran have triggered air raid sirens in Tel Aviv, in occupied Jerusalem as well. U.S. systems are participating in the response to intercept these projectiles. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard also announced it had attacked the Zionist entity's military intelligence center, known as Amman, and also other key infrastructure of the Zionist entity as well. Earlier on Tuesday, let's recall that Iran fired more than 350 ballistic missiles at Israeli occupied territory as well, striking military facilities in Tel Aviv, including a Mossad headquarters. This happened earlier today. The Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps also maintained its counter-offensive against Israel. The spokesperson for the Israeli Ministry of Defense assured that they detected most of the attacks by the latest models of missiles launched, and also warned that the attack will continue. According to Israeli media, the attacks are at this moment hitting the center of Tel Aviv, also other cities throughout Tel Aviv like Haifa, and also these actions are falling as well on occupied territories of Palestine occupied by the Zionist regime. Also, earlier today there was a fire reported in the city of Haifa after